I woke up this morning with the thought of a young girl I saw while going to the market yesterday. And so many thoughts popped up in my head. Thoughts like, isn't she too young to get pregnant? How is she coping psychologically, physiologically, and even mentally? All of this got me perplexed, I must confess. That will bring us to today's topic, teenage pregnancy. And I'm glad to inform you that we're going to be chipping in a new section on our show. And this section is meant to enlighten us on some things that we don't know, but we would know. And the session is tagged Facts of the Day. It's going to be coming up on your screen very soon. Stay glued to the screen. We'll be right back. Welcome back, my distinguished viewers. Still on the show, Chats with Mide. I'm sure you picked one or two from the previous section. And if you're just meeting me for the very first time, my name is Adebayo Ayomide and I'm your host. Now, back to the main course of the day, teenage pregnancy. Under teenage pregnancy, we're going to be looking at the following. Who is a teenager? What is pregnancy? What is teenage pregnancy? The causes, the dangers, and the prevention of teenage pregnancy. Now, who is a teenager? A teenager is a young individual between the ages of 13 to 19 years of age. And the word teenager is often associated with adolescent. Pregnancy, on the other hand, is a term used to describe a period whereby the fetus develops inside a woman's womb or uterus after fertilization of the egg and sperm cell. Now, merging the two words together, we have teenage pregnancy. What is teenage pregnancy? Teenage pregnancy is a situation whereby an underage girl child between the ages of 13 to 19 years of age gets pregnant. What are the causes of teenage pregnancy? You would agree with me that we have numerous causes of teenage pregnancy, but I'm just going to be sharing few of them with us. The first one is lack of sexual education. What do I mean by this? I mean not enriching our young teenagers about sex education and not making them see the dangers that are accrued to it. We also have sexual violence, as we all know about the case of Uwa's rape. In other words, a young teenager who is sexually violated could get pregnant via the process. Also, we have family and societal pressure to get married at a tender age. This is very common among the Hausa Fulanis. They force their young teenagers, say at the age of 13, 14, to get married. We can see that that is really alarming. We have poverty, we have indecent dressing, we have lack of parental care, to mention a few. Now, what are the dangers of teenage pregnancy? One, it could lead to death as a result of abortion or as a result of the small opening of the pelvis. It could lead to anemia, which is short of blood. It could also lead to preeclampsia, which is high blood pressure, and high blood pressure can result into stroke or heart attack. Cephalopelvic can also occur. According to medicalnewstoday.com, they made us to understand that cephalopelvic is a situation whereby the baby's head is bigger than the pelvis opening, which could cause extra tear for the young teenager. It could also lead to different vaginal diseases. An example is urinary incontinence, which means involuntary release of urine. It could also bring shame to the family. And lastly, it shatters the ambition of the young teenager. Now, how can we prevent teenage pregnancy? Since we already know the danger, how can we prevent it? The first one is sex education should be treated with utmost seriousness in schools. What do I mean by this? I mean sex education should be treated as a subject. This will serve as an eye-opener for young teenagers to see the right from the wrong. Also, parents, especially mothers, should see into their teenagers, especially when they are getting to puberty stage. We need to teach them about sex. We need to teach them why it is wrong to have it about sex. Also, application of ABC mechanism where A stands for abstinence, that is abstaining from sex till the right time. B stands for no sex before marriage, that is encouraging our children to wait patiently to until after marriage before they can have sex. And C means use of condom, which implies that if it is very tantamount for them to have sex, they should make use of condom. Another point is keeping our children away from pedophilic men. Who are pedophilic men, or what is pedophilic? Pedophilic is a disorder whereby a man has urge for young children. Don't allow your children to feel comfortable being around men. So we should make sure we take note of that. Also, avoid indecent dressing from our children. We don't have to expose our body before we look good. Lastly, I would say avoid walking in a lonely area at an odd hour. Thank you for listening. As we're going to be wrapping it up on today's show, I'm sure you've learned one or two from all what we've emphasized on, so I will indulge us to key into it. Now, I want you to follow me on YouTube at Chat with Mide. Just type it will pop up on your screen, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share with your family and friends for them to learn. Also, follow me on Instagram at Miss Mide9. That is M_Z_Mide9. And also here on Facebook at Adebayo Ayomide. Thank you so very much for listening. Remain blessed. See you next week.